Hey everybody, Jonathan Mayer here, and I'm back with another unboxing. This time, we have our quarterly All Elite crate. If this is my first video you've ever watched, thank you so much for finding me. If you've watched all my videos, thank you so much as well. If at the end of this you like it, maybe go ahead and throw a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Helps the algorithms and helps other people see these videos. This All Elite crate, like I say, is quarterly, so we get it every 3 months. And actually, it arrived exactly 2 weeks ago to the post office. So on Saturday, October 18th, is when I normally would have opened this up. I usually try to get these videos to you as quick as I can. I actually have been out of town for the last 2 weeks. So just got back today, had the mail held, and the post office delivered this along with a bunch of other stuff. Much better than the bills they delivered, I imagine. But let's crack into this and see what we've got. I don't have the card that goes over who we expect, because they don't actually provide that in the box. That's like in an email. And I didn't want to go back and try to search that out because I was afraid maybe I'd get spoiled on something. I don't think I've been spoiled on anything in this crate, surprisingly, unless I've seen it out there and just didn't realize where it came from. But let's crack into this and see what we've got. We know we do have a chance at a golden ticket, which gives us 2 front row tickets to any edition of Dynamite that we want. I haven't seen anybody say that they got that, so maybe it's been in here for two weeks. Let's see. We know we're going to get 2 t-shirts, a micro brawler, an autographed 8x10. You always get those things, similar to our pro wrestling crate. These are going to be, everything's going to be All Elite, though, because it's All Elite crate. Let's crack it open and see what we've got. Let's cut this tape here and open her up. Now, we do have a card on top that gives us our table of contents of what's in here. We'll look that over at the end, but it doesn't tell us who we're going to get the next. We're too far out to put that on the card yet of who we're going to get next time, but they do give a spoiler of that if you look for it. So the first thing we have here is a black t-shirt, and I see the second one's not black. Second one's got a little interesting design, I can already tell, but this black t-shirt we've got. And if you've watched my videos over the last 5 years, we've got a lot of shirts from this guy. The best bout machine, Kenny Omega. So let's see what we've got here. But I mean, he's one of the EVPs of the company. One of the best wrestlers, alive. Doesn't wrestle a ton anymore, but I'm always up for a Kenny Omega shirt. Doesn't have, just a picture of him on it or anything. It has the Omega symbol with kind of clouds and lightning or something behind it. And it says something like in Japanese at the bottom. I'm not sure what that is. But there's our first shirt. We'll circle back around at the end. I'll show that to you again. The next t-shirt's right here, so we're going to go ahead and go to it. I don't think, I know we've never got a shirt with this exact color. Look, it's like teal. Okay, this is cool. This is from Willow Nightingale. And it says, it's got like a smiley face, 2 smiley faces, and a broken heart. Nothing matters, smile anyway. Willow Nightingale. And then it's got a smiley face at the bottom. So I do like that shirt. I like Willow. I like shirts that aren't black, all the time. And, with the state of the world, sometimes you just, nothing matters, smile anyway. So I like that. Okay, next up, we're going to go, and I think I remember them saying this now. I don't know. We do have a brawler in here as well. But we've got something new this time. A Bobble Brawler Mini. It's like a mini bobblehead. And it is Hangman Adam Page. It's got the card on the back just like the micro brawlers. Not the bio card on the back like the micro brawlers do. It says his height is 6 foot. 229 pounds, from Aaron's Creek, Virginia, debuted May 28th, 2008. Now, I don't have any of the other bobbleheads that AEW's put out. I've got a few baseball ones and things that I've gotten at games over the years. The this might be a little off there. I honestly kind of thought it was Adam Page, it is Adam Page. I thought it was Adam Copeland possibly at the start there, but I'll open that up here when we circle back around. That's cool. Next up, we've got a sticker, and it is for the Switchblade, Jay White. So it's kind of got a crown there with some switchblades in it. That's cool. Next up, we've been getting a magnet lately instead of the poster. kind of an action magnet. And this, we have MJF from Full Gear. And that's Jay White that he's wrestling right there. So we got Jay White, MJF from Full Gear. Throw that on the side of my file cabinet over here where I've got some of those other magnets. Okay, a few more things. Maybe I'm going through kind of fast. I don't know. I've been waiting on this for 2 weeks. Next up, we have our lapel pin. Now, not always with the AEW, but sometimes you have a chance at a chase on these lapel pins and the micro brawler. It'll tell us here in a moment. We didn't get a chase. We have Speedball Mike Bailey. He's a very entertaining wrestler to watch. Wrestles barefoot, but does wear kick pads and stuff. Got to see him wrestle just a couple years ago, like in a small soccer gym. Now he's on the big stage. Okay, a couple more things in here. Now we have our micro brawler. So we got that brawler bobblehead, and we have our micro brawler. We have female wrestler. We got some bracelets from her last time, I think. We have Harley Cameron. I believe she's from Australia. She's it does say on the back here, she is from Australia. Very entertaining, very talented in many ways, other than just wrestling. It says she's 5'6", from the Gold Coast of Australia, and her debut was May 2nd, which is my anniversary, but 2022. Got married a few years before that, back in 2009. But May 2nd is my anniversary. Fun fact, and there's Harley Cameron. We'll open that up as well. Okay, I think we've got 2 things left in here. This next thing, and if I'm right on this, okay, I'm gonna open this up. We have this thing that looks, made out of cloth. Is it a flag or what is it? It's got a lot of logos all over it, I see. I'm kind of thinking it might be a pillowcase. And I'm a sucker for a unique pillowcase. So we'll see. I'm gonna open this one up right now. I wanna see what it is. Let's break this bag open. That's my guess is a pillowcase. Yeah. We got a zipper on this side. And now it's a pillowcase with a whole bunch of logos on it. I'm going to look at them from the back here. You're seeing them. I see Tony Storm, Willow, Kenny Omega, Hangman, Aerial Assassin. Is that Ricochet? I don't know who the Aerial Assassin is. Someone's probably laughing at me not knowing that. But we got all kinds of stuff. Outrunners. You see all the things here. That's cool. Multiple logos for the same people that are different. Like I see a couple different ones for Tony Storm. You see one there at the bottom, if you can see it. Oop. I don't know. Where's the other Tony Storm? There we go. I'm not going to read that out loud, but that's cool. I like it. Maybe some people won't. I mean, I could see, maybe you don't want to put a pillowcase on the bed you got with your wife. She's gonna overrule you on that. But hey, we all got spare bedrooms and third bedrooms maybe. I like it. I like this pillowcase. I think last but not least here, we are going to open up those things. We have our 8x10. Sometimes I throw 2 in here. Usually just 1. Oh, okay. So formerly signed by Swishahouse Records, we've got Brian Keith. They call him I was going to say the Bone Collector, but that's not right. The Bounty Hunter. The Bounty Hunter, Brian Keith from Houston, Texas. I like that. So let's circle back around. Our Brian Keith autograph. I've got some nice autograph books. You can get look on Amazon, pretty cheap. You can get some nice books to preserve these if you're not going to hang it up. So we have our Brian Keith autograph. I'll just kind of grab what's in front of me here. We have our Speedball Mike Bailey pen. We had our magnet with MJF and Jay White on it. A sticker for Switchblade Jay White. And then we have maybe my favorite item of the crate, the pillowcase with all the logos on it. I like that. And then we've got 2 different little kind of action figure type things here. We have our micro brawler which is Harley Cameron. I'm going to crack that open. This is resealable packaging brought about by the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast folks back in the day. You can just slide this card right out. I use the easiest point of entries right here. Slide her on out. Easier said than done, I guess. But then you can put it back in if you wanted. Share these with your friends or whatever you want to do. But inside here, we have our Harley Cameron Micro Brawler. No real design on the back so much. So that's cool. Let's look at our Bobble Brawler Mini. Hangman Adam Page. Same deal. I think the packaging is exactly the same size. Yeah, it is. So same deal here. Resealable packaging. These cards are nice and thick. And then we have our Hangman Adam Page Mini Bobble. I might be getting more Adam Copeland vibes a little bit from that. But he's got his cowboy boots on and everything, and then it does have his name there at the bottom. Let's see our shirts. We have kind of a teal shirt here, Willow Nightingale, Nothing Matters. Smile anyway. And last but not least, we have a black Kenny Omega shirt. Now, like I say, I've been doing this since All Elite Crate started. So I've got several of these Kenny Omega, not this shirt, but several Kenny Omega shirts. Some of them came from the Pro Wrestling Crate, but not everybody jumped in from the start. So, I mean, this is perfectly acceptable, having a Kenny Omega shirt. Let's look at our card here, and then I'm going to get this thing uploaded. I shouldn't be showing you the peace sign yet. I do that at the end. But then I'm going to get you out of here so you can go watch somebody else's video. You probably watched their video already. It was probably out 2 weeks ago. But we've got our card here for this. We're calling it the Full Gear 2025 Crate. That Kenny Omega shirt, like if you want to buy any of these things, a lot of people will resell a few of these items to kind of help, finance the crate. Your different marketplaces will have these items possibly. We have Destiny by Kenny Omega. That's the name of that shirt. The Willow t-shirt is Nothing Matters. Our Harley Cameron Micro Brawler, it does say there's 300 chase variants of that. So it'll be a little bit different color scheme, or something. We have our Retro Drawing Pillowcase. The MJF versus Jay White Magnet. That's from Full Gear 2023. Our Brian Keith autographed 8x10. The Speedball Mike Bailey lapel pin. Hangman Adam Page Bobble Brawler Mini. Jay White sticker. And then they give me a code here for 20% off my next order from Shop AEW. So I enjoyed this crate. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thanks if you waited the 2 weeks for me to get this out. That won't happen on a normal basis. Usually I get them out the day they come in. But hey, everybody needs a little vacation. So till next time, we'll catch you later. Peace.